Hey family, welcome back to another Mental Health Monday. It's me, Tiffany from Tiffany Empowers. I am a licensed master social worker, and today we're going to shift a little bit in what we're going to talk about. Last week we talked about antisocial personality disorder, and we were supposed to move right into conduct disorder because they kind of go together. Well, they do go together, but over the weekend, two individuals committed suicide, and suicide is one of those taboo topics that we really don't talk about in the African American community or the Black community. Real. According to the CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control, suicide rates have increased for about 30% since 1999. Nearly 45,000 lives were lost to suicide in 2016. When it comes to African American or Black children under the age of 18, it has increased to about 71% in the last decade, rising from about 86 in 2006 to about 147 in 2016. And more later research or more later data can be found on the website to the Center of Disease Control, which is the CDC. And I'll try to remember to put a link in there for you to see those statistics if you're interested. Research is just not understanding, or it's just not being done because of the lack of research. It's not clear as to why this increase is happening in the Black community when it comes to our children. Depression is usually one of those mental health issues that ties itself with suicide. And so not saying depression does not bear some reasons why someone may be having suicidal ideations. But when it comes to the Black population, when I mean Black population, I mean those that may identify themselves, or us, that identify ourselves as being African American or Caribbean. So when I speak about Black population, that's who I'm talking about, okay? And that's a cultural difference too. There are some cultural differences when it comes to speaking with African American and versus to a Caribbean, but that will be for a whole nother discussion. But today we're just focusing on suicide in the Black community. It is such a taboo topic, but it is happening and we have to address it. When you're looking at mental health, or you're looking at mental illnesses that may be associated with suicide when it comes to the Black population, we want to look at anxiety. That is one of the strongest mental health predictors of an attempted suicide when it comes to the Black population. Not so much depression, but anxiety. Again, there is seriously a tremendous lack of research on the Black population, which is necessary to assist us as therapists and those that work in the mental health profession in assisting the Black population with dealing with suicide. The biggest tip that I have is, if you or someone that you know is in an emergency, I'm going to urge you not to play therapy in this moment. Because it is a life or death situation. So please call 911 immediately, or you can call 1-800-273-TALK, or that's 8255. Please do not play therapy or therapist in this moment. Please get that individual, or try to get yourself to an emergency room so where you can get some serious help, because it is dangerous and people are really doing it. They're really taking their own life, and Black people are doing it as well. We can't continue to believe that suicide is only a white person thing. That is not true. If you see some of these warning signs, these are the things that you might just want to be looking out for. Someone may be threatening to take their own life. They may talk about killing themselves. They may write about death. They're increasing alcohol and substance abuse. They may become socially withdrawn from family and friends and community, usually if they're pretty involved, and then they just stop. These are some warning signs. These are warning signs that something may be going on, and they may need to get some help behind it. Again, please do not play therapy or play therapist in this moment. Please do not play motivational speaker in this moment, because that is not what's going to help in if someone is experiencing or having suicidal ideations. Okay, if someone or yourself have a plan, they're saying goodbye to family and friends. They may be putting their affairs in order, giving away possessions that usually or typically they just don't give away. Their mood may shift from despair to comfort. These are imminent danger signs, and they need to get help immediately. 911 or 1-800-273-8255. That's the number that needs to be called for someone or yourself that may have these thoughts. Give me just a second. Also, other things that could keep or make people at risk for having suicidal ideations or thoughts: frequent access to firearms. Research has said that most black males that take their lives take it with use of firearms. So making sure that that access has been limited, or that these things are put away. Bullying may be a trigger for our children. Dealing with those social peers and social pressure, can also have some increase. These are just my thoughts. Again, research is so limited that we really don't have any real clear indication as to what's going on in the black community, as to why this is happening. Hopefully we can get some money put behind some research and figure out, because again, suicide looks different in all cultures. But I would like to encourage a conversation. Another thing is, look for changes in your children. You have to be a student of your kids. You have to be able to pick up on their language changing. Maybe they become withdrawn. Maybe they seem a little bit more frustrated. And I'm going to encourage all parents, even myself and my husband, we encourage all parents to really listen. Be an active listener when your child is coming to you, talking to you about things. What our parents used to tell us, get over it and, fight back and stand up and all of these things that may have gotten us through some tough times when we were growing up, might not necessarily be the same with this generation. They always say, oh, you can't teach a old dog new tricks, or there's nothing new under the sun. Right, there is nothing new under the sun, but the way that we attack things and the way that we address things, they evolve, and we have to evolve as the time evolves. So I encourage each parent to talk with your child. Talking to them about suicide does not put the idea of suicide in their head. Give them a safe place to talk to you. And I'm not saying that you don't. I'm just trying to make your senses heightened, to where you notice things are changing, where they know that it's okay to talk about their thoughts and their feelings. You are actively participating in their life. Again, suicide is real. I know this might not be what you want to hear, but this is a conversation that we must have. Again, if you or someone that you know are in an emergency, please immediately call 911, or you can call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, which is 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255. Please, whatever suicidal ideations or thoughts that they may have. That's all I got today. Please understand, We got to stop saying we can't talk about it. This doesn't happen in my community, because it does. Until next Monday, please, please, please take care of your mental. Oh, before I go, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you're having this dialogue and this conversation with your loved ones. Additional resources, any links to the CDC, any links to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. You can visit my website at www.tiffany-empowers.com, and all of the resources will be there. I will also post the warning signs and the imminent danger signs, and what that looks like. Hopefully I'll get to conduct this order, but this was so prevalent, and it was, kind of sad to turn on my TV and see that 2 more people have lost their life to suicide. And sometimes Black community, we just don't get to hear, and we don't hear about the suicide rates in our own community, but it is real and it is there. Again, take care of your mental until next Monday. And I will definitely do the same.